So today, I decided, hey, we've been using a whole bunch of random poison types throughout our Inu journey, from Qwilfish to Muck. You know, pretty decent amount of them. And today, I'm using Muck at home, I guess we call it. We got Swalot. Shout out to Talkie for this team. This was built before we got the Demon Florgus. So I'm a little bit concerned with our shots of winning this game. However, all I know is I've got a Coil Electros and a Dream. And this Coil Electros looking kind of nice. As per usual, been enjoying the content lately. Always make sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave a like. Comment. Do all that good stuff. Anyhow, I am leading with the Swallower. The Swallower of Hopes. The Swallower of Dreams. Unfortunately, my opponent has led with this mon, but it's okay. They're gonna see a Swalot, they're gonna be like, what the hell does this mon do? That's right, you get poison jabbed. Yo, how am I ever supposed to get mileage out of a Muck, you know? Or not out of a Muck, out of a Swalot. As they go Muck versus my Eel, I'm gonna hard Swalot here. Actually, let's hard Conda. As their curse as well. So I beat that one-on-one. I think I do at least. I also have my own Swalot that I could always go to versus that Pokemon. Because I do have the Encore, so if he starts cursing versus me, then we just lock him into that and then probably go Hat. Speaking of which, Hat's also pretty good this game with Terra Fairy. Just because I could still beat the Muck down. Now this, I'm a little worried. I don't want to get tricked. So I'm going to go Cacturn. As they set up a Calm Mind. I'm going to disrespect this mon and let it set up a little bit. As they get a Spike. And I'm going to go Swalot. So we see Calm Mind, we see Will-O-Wisp, maybe 2 attacks. I feel like that's pretty likely. But yeah. Got the Swallower in. We're gonna Encore him into that. Let's go. You are not a threat. You are not a threat, sir. Oh. I did 13. Right. So Swalot is not a threat either. I will Encore you again. Make no mistake. I beat you 1v1. It cost me all of my Encore power points. Yep, it will cost me all of my Encore power points, all of my Earthquake power points, but that's fine. We will beat it one-on-one. I don't think my opponent has done the math. This does not win. You're forced to Conda. I'm gonna go hard Hat here this time. See if they want to try and get the rocks up. Because if I get rocks up, with that Spike, woohoo! And as they just go hard into this, I'm gonna Calm Mind. See if we can make them go for the rest. As they do, yes. And I'm Calm Minding again. I don't know what their last is. Are they... Well, I guess their last could be an attack. Whether it's Dark Pulse or Shadow Ball, it doesn't really matter. They have to switch here. But I can always boost again. As they tear into a Ghost, so we know which one they are now. I will go for my Psyshock, because I just don't do that much. Ugh. That's okay. I think we should still beat this one-on-one. Do I Mystical Fire first? I think I do. Mystical Fire and then Draining Kiss. Or Mystical Fire and then Psyshock. Something like that should work. I could always Terra to get rid of the weakness to Ghost, but I don't think that's needed. So they go into Sandaconda, they take 500,000 from Mystical Fire there. Earthquake will not do that much damage to me. So I'm just gonna stay in. If they go Scyther, I think we Terra, and then go for our Psyshock. So they go Florges. You Specs? No, they are not. There's no shot this beats me one-on-one, right? I just can't fathom that this floor just 1v1s me. Nah, I won't allow it. No shot. So, I've crit the floor because it probably didn't matter. 43 to 75 is a little bit of a difference in damage. As Poseidon comes in, this is just going for knock. I can go for my Terra now. If I go for Terra, I think I just smash them, right? It's Curse Muck. Man, I'm beating you down. I am beating you down. There's no shot Muck comes in and one-shots me anyway. And I might be faster. I don't remember speed tiers at all. Actually, let's confirm. Do we have a shot to outspeed? Ah, we are just slower. Never mind, we are just faster. Oh wait, I'm silly. We have speed investment. We have speed investment, baby. Shout outs the hat. Look at Lil Hatchrum. Look at him go. I have never won a game with a Hatchrum before, but there's a first time for everything. Did this even upload? Hello? There you go. Thank you, PS. That was a great first game. Let's get another. I'll pause this while we get it, because that first game took a good, 5 minutes to find. So I'll be right back. Alright, and we are back, and all I see on my screen is another Hatchrum victim, man. All I see is another dude that's about to get the hat. Also, that little spike from Cacturn last game, pretty nice, pretty nice. I must say, I liked having it up. I could see my opponent just leading their own Passimian. I'm gonna do the same. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go for knockoff turn 1. I feel like that's just a very fair play. Well, the more I look at that, the less I like it. Because if I go for knockoff, and they knock me, Bruxish becomes a lot harder to beat. I do have Sucker Punch Cacturn, but I don't know if I love the optics of that. Man, I don't care. Yeah, I'm better. Now that knockoff could also be annoying for me later on. We'll see. I will go immediately to my little hat here, no matter what. Mostly because I do expect an EQ, but I do want to do that. If they go for their rocks, I always want to make sure I bounce them back. And now I go for a Mystical Fire. As they probably go into Scyther here. Actually, if they go into Lurantis, I do not want to boost. Yeah. So there's the concern. So I don't know if I like how I just played that. Help! Help! Why did I let him bounce back the defog and get evasion? I kind of forgot that that's what would happen as I did that. But that's fine. I don't miss. I don't miss. I even gave him extra special attacks. I know that I won't miss. Hatchrum, too good to miss. Would never betray my trust like that. Never. Hat wouldn't do that, right, Hatchrum? Nah, but out of nowhere they win a speed tie? Nah, it's okay. Oh. Oh! What was the sequence? I was right that Hat wouldn't betray my trust, but yo, what was any of that sequence? I'm gonna go Conda here. Just to go for Pounce. I have been pounced. And this will be a glare. This will always be a glare here. And we're gonna go into Eel first. Oh, I mean, setting Stealth Rock there is just a bad play, but I get it. I get it. Why are you setting rocks? Nah, you know why I say that's a bad play, though? Because if I'm going for Hat, you never get them off the field now. We're gonna just Terra, by the way. Why? I thought EQ was always free. Make sure that Hat doesn't come into bounds. What? Anyhow. We got Eel out versus the Muck. Sandaconda comes back in. Oh, why did I almost go for that twice? I'm coiling again. He gets cured of his paralysis. Oh, right. I can be glared now. I will say, Neglected the fact that he can paralyze me. However, it might not matter. I think the question at this point will just be, do I ever beat this Electros 1v1? Not this Electros, this Sandaconda 1v1. Nah, but that play is insane. That is an insane play from my opponent. I live. Yep. Yep, that's a very risky play on my end. I don't like that I did that. I think I played this game way too risky. Especially versus the Lurantis, I had a much safer sequence if I just switch immediately to Swalot versus it. I could just always go Swalot and like double back to, I don't know, Cacturn as Conda comes in. But, I mean, hey, a little flexing never hurt. Little flex never hurt. And of course the Electros this game coming in clutch, just as it always does. Now, this guy's got some threats. The Lycanroc, I'm not as big, or I'm not as annoyed about as I normally would be, because I have Hatchram at least. At least I can, you know, try and deny rocks like that. The main question is going to come down to... See, they led with this, so I'm going to go hard Sandaconda. I don't want this to be, like, Scarf out of nowhere. I do have to respect that as they U-turn, so I don't think they're Scarf, but I still felt like playing it safe. As the Vaporeon comes in, this is a very safe Cacturn, I think. Regardless of if it is or not, I'm going to bring in my Cacturn here. You know, I could always set Stealth Rock. No, I'll go Cacturn. I don't want to get done like we did in the Joey video. I don't know if it's out yet, because it goes Scyther immediately, which is very unfortunate. But if you know, you know. I think that one should be uploaded by the time this is. As yes, I do get my Passimian in hard on that U-turn. As they go Metacham, so... Also, isn't this dude's name like... Doesn't that mean something bad? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. This comes in. I'm gonna go the Cacturn, because I am just that dude. I am simply put that dude. And I'm gonna get my Spike. Now, this Appleton is a huge threat. And that's really all I have to say about it. As Scyther comes back in, now I get a free Toxic off. Now this is where we start making our moves. Yeah! Yeah! Why'd that do so much? Okay, so this isn't choice, but we do have to Toxic off on it, which I am pretty happy. Pretty happy about. Now I guess the question will just be, do we beat this thing long term? Do we beat the Lycanroc long term even? As they go Zangoose? I could Terra Ghost immediately versus this. Which I will do. Yup. Now I will go Cacturn as a Poison Jab. Okay. That's interesting, but not the worst outcome, I guess. I still have Hatchram to check the Metacham. And I got my little Spike up, which I'm very, very grateful for. And we both Terra, so I guess it's not the end of the world. I'm surprised they had Poison Jab and that they went for it against a Sandaconda, though. What were your other moves? Unfortunately, we are not the ideal move for you know, the Scyther here, but it's okay. U-turn versus that. Bring Conda back in. And I'm gonna rest up, always. We're gonna hope that they sack this for no reason at all, and that I get a first turn Wake. That would be pretty ideal. Well, we do get a first turn Wake. I will now set up Stealth Rock. Very disrespectfully, might I add. I do still have to be very careful about the Lycanroc, but as long as I keep Passimian around, I should be okay for it. As they bring in the Vapo. I will go Swalot. Yeah, so we went Swalot because I had a feeling this was going to be Calm Mind Vaporeon. Now I could lock him into that. And we don't have to worry about it. And we just throw off a Poison Jab here, I think. Or an Earthquake. I actually like Earthquake, just in case they go into Lycanroc. A little bit more hip, never hurt anyone. Yes, a Poison Jab would have been better for this, but it's fine. I've got the hat. Mostly just have to be aware of the Appleton still. I don't want to lose to that. And now we'll kiss this Metacham on the cheek. You'll smooch. As they go Lycanroc. Now this mod is annoying for several reasons. The foremost of which being, I don't know what set it is. As they go for an Endeavors, I just Psyshock you. I'm now going to go into Sandaconda here, as I would like to keep my hat around. He's probably just going to get Stealth Rock here. I mean, I think I just seed that. Yeah, I think I have to just seed Rocks. Because it's better for me this way. I don't want to risk losing my Hatchrim. I think it's better to keep it around just to check this Metacham. As they go into the Apple. I'm gonna Glare. I know this mon's gonna be that annoying set. But there's not a ton that I have for it. But we can get a Paralysis off at least. And that's a nice start. As it did get fully paralyzed there, now we'll start Poison Jabbing. And I'm Liquid Ooze too, so he can't even recover up health. I'm just gonna spam Poison Jab. That is, I think, just my out. That would not have helped you at all if you landed. Come on, I need a couple full pairs, I think, to beat this down. Or even if they, or I even just need them to get greedy and leech life, or leech seed. So they get full parent down. They might live this still based on a damage roll. But they don't. Nice. Now, I'll be honest, if any of those plays they were trying to leech seed, it would not have helped. Like I said, I'm gonna get my Toxic off on this Vaporeon here. Wonder what ability Swalot can have. Ah, maybe they're thinking I was like Sticky Hold. So we poison this. I'm just gonna Encore lock them into Surf, so I can then Revenge Kill this. And we will also get to beat this down with the help of the Toxic Poison. If they go Metacham, yeah, I mean, they just die. So, very simple win with Swalot there, not bad. The Swallower coming up clutch. Very interesting game for sure. It was a very, very interesting game. But hey, Swalot put in a lot of work that game. I like the distribution we're getting so far of our Pokemon. First game, it's Hatchrim, the Hatchrim show. Second game, Qwilfish, still showing that it is that guy. And then last game, we got Swalot, finally doing something. Well, it had already been useful in a previous game, but that game it like hard carried at the end. So we'll pause this. We'll get the next. We will not pause this because we're facing Plisno Step. Go write another Inu analysis. Stop. Go write another Inu analysis. Don't you have better ways to spend your time? The latter person. I will type the next one. So they got basically standard balance if you replaced Bruxish with a Barraskewda and Caparaja with a Berserker. I could have imagined someone running this team before the shifts. Oh, you know what might have been a better mon to say? Passimian, just because the synergy between Pass and Zoro. Also, then you have a Scarfer. So, I don't know what set to expect out of Zoro here. Also, because Zoro doesn't disguise itself as anything too useful, in that it can't use an attack and bluff being something else. I guess the U-turn of Berserker. I do still love Hatchrim this game, though, especially if they try to revenge kill me with a Pokemon that seems a little bit interesting. I have an immediate insight that it probably is the Zoroark. I'm gonna just leave Passimian. Like, you know, I'm just curious. I want to see this calc on AV Electros. Also, yeah, heed no attention to just in Electros' sets. Okay, I don't even KO. As they go into this. Yo, I'm immediately going into my hatcher, but I'm calm minding up. So they have Berserker and this? I wonder if this is Assault Vest, Berserker, and then Coil Electros. Or maybe Coil Sanda, Stealth. If it's Rocky Helmet on this, I think this is going to be Assault Vest. So I'm going to make this Anaconda play here. Because I just think that's better. Because I do get my rocks. I'm going to go into the Swallower. Let them know. Let them know. And I'm going to double into this. And we did see it take the proper amount of damage from rocks. Now I get Mystical Fire. As we do get damage revealing Zoroark. That's beautiful. Now I don't want to immediately reveal who I am. So I will make the Cacturn play. Don't you dare be unchoiced. Okay. It took damage from rocks. So we'll spike up. So we at least know he's choiced. It could be Scarf. As I go into this, get my little spiky spike. As this is leftovers, I don't know if we saw that earlier or not. We probably did, and I just didn't pay any attention. So now I have to ask a lot of questions then, because this is Helmet. It could still be, I guess, Coil with a helmet, but normally on Coil Sandaconda you would see lefties, because you want to make sure that you just have that extra recovery when you're boosting. They could still just want a U-turn Punisher, which is fair, but that's usually how the sets end up panning out. And in Berserker, I would, again, assume like maybe Coil here, or no, Stealth Rock here, I would have assumed, Assault Vest here, Coil on the Eel. So this does complicate things a good bit. I can go Eel at least, as this does set up Stealth Rock. I will just Coil with my Electros. As it goes for U-turn, it does 500,000. Not exactly the damage I wanted to see, but we'll manage. And I will Dragon Tail immediately here. And I think we also get it revealed. Yeah, so this is Assault Vest Eel. I think this is just Coil Sanda. Coil Conda, but with a helmet. Now, here's where we're going to calc. I want to see if I beat you down with Drain Punch from that range. Barraskewda. I mean, yeah, we'll assume worst case. I should put the defense boost in. I live. I think we drain. Yeah, always drain there. This could be like Dragon Tail randomly, but it's not. Do we just win? As he goes to do a Fairy type, that's not going to help long term though. I think we win. So now we're +2. We don't win yet. There's always luck that could come in. Skewda gets KO'd now by Drain. He does live, but he's going for Acid Sprays. So I think he's trying to Revenge Kill me with the Zoroark. So we do see that's at 58. Let's see what comes in, because that'll let us know what Zoroark is. He can also try and Revenge Kill me with the Cacturn, which is also fair. I do like our odds, though, in this game now. This is a pretty fair shot we've got. If I were my opponent, I'd honestly... I think you just have to go Zoroark. I could see Cacturn come out too, though, because Dark Pulse is pretty safe. This Cacturn is what comes in. You know, my Terra Steel will not save me here. So, I'll go my own Cacturn, I think. Let's go into Swalot. As a Leaf Storm. Okay. I'm gonna double. Yup. Double on the predicted Conda, man. Doubling on that predicted Sandaconda. I'm gonna Coil back up. I'm just gonna Thunder Punch. And my opponent also did not get the rest off. Skewda comes in. We do know we live a hit. This is not Skewda, that is Zoroark. I forgot that. Like, I just remember both of them were chipped. We're gonna stand again. We know we live this hit. I think that's just GG. Now I do want to play for the 6-0. I am very greedy. Damn. Did not get the 6-0. Let me make sure these Pokemon get KO'd. Not bad, though. I'll take a 5S, still a body bag. Shout out to Shofu for that series. I remember loving back when I was like 12. Which really puts my age into perspective. God damn. Well, I think that's a great one to end it all, man. Coil Conda? Not Coil Conda. Coil Eel putting in work. Calm Mind Hat putting in work. Even Swalot putting in work. Was good. Shouts Doggy for the team. Appreciate you, homie. And I hope y'all enjoyed this live, man. I'm glad I was able to actually ladder at a relatively decent spot. You know, I usually am laddering down at sub 1200 because, yeah, the games are hard to get. And I'll be honest, I got on a ladder at 9 in the morning, not expecting to find a whole lot of games. But we actually were getting them in a reasonable amount of time, which I'm really happy to see. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Of course, leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I hope your life going as great as it can be. Enjoy it. Savor it. Make the most of your life. Etc., etc. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.